Wouldn't that be funny?
Hey everybody, welcome to the stream.
Yo! What's up?
Wow. Killing everybody's eardrums to begin the stream. Hi, Elfie.
Yeah. Yo, what the fuck? Elfie Faye, hello, how you doing? How's life?
We're getting the game set up. I gotta log into Steam. And then we can play.
Wait, you didn't log into Steam?
No, because I realized after we started the stream that I hadn't logged in since my computer restarted. It'll only be a second.
Oh no, you're sick. I'm sorry. Get well soon.
Yeah.
I will be sending a team of elite
beat
people
agents
over tomorrow to pump you full of chicken soup. They're gonna replace all your blood.
That's a game I've never played. Elite beat agents.
Oh, that's the worst thing I've ever said.
You don't like that I've never played that? Oh, y'all want to hear my favorite voice clips? Oh, want to hear my new favorite voice clips from any game?
Oh, no.
Is the main character from Turok 2.
Oh, we're doing this again, are we?
I am Turok!
It's beautiful. My favorite, of course, is this hurt sound effect.
Ow!
It's just ow! 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 It's amazing. This is the best hurt sound effect I've ever heard in a game. Ow! Well, I'm doing that loud enough I hear it back over your end, Bis.
Yeah, you're doing it pretty fucking loud.
Ow! Okay, I'm opening the Sonic game. Enough messing around.
Beans and rice sounds good.
Bryce.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, we're on the last world. We're on the Death Egg Mark II.
Mark II.
You should be really emotionally invested in this climax, Elena. Because at the heart of the Death Egg Mark II is the co-opted Little Planet, which is where all of Sonic CD takes place, which is like your second favorite Sonic game.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that's where the game was taking place until the game was done.
It shows you in the intro.
You think I pay attention?
And it shows on the loading screens, and then in several levels you can see the horizon of Earth up in the sky.
Well, I didn't see it. Online. I mean, I didn't know any of that was going on until you explained it to me, almost all the way through the game. Shiny is now playing VR chat. Shan says, I am back with tea and pajama. Nice.
I admire your lifestyle, Shan. I wish I had tea and
There's one of those words where I like to have my funny pronunciation of it, which is pajama.
Isn't that just an area in My Noisy Dream Team? Mount Pajamaja?
Oh yeah. Except for that one I pronounced Pajamaja.
Wow. What the fuck?
Private. Oh, and worldwide.
Could you imagine if you didn't say
I feel like I'm tired out from Smash Bros. I'm not thinking straight.
Invite my ass.
Alright, and I invited the rest of you with it for good measure.
Oh, nice.
Skelly pajamas? Do they got sands on them? Steven after not surviving.
Wait, why have you put on Sylvania Castle Zone Act 1?
Oh poop. I told you I'm out of it.
Well, we're starting the entire game over again, let's just do this.
I mean, this stage will go quick. And then we can pick the proper stage. Okay, why are we lagging so hard?
It's your fault for downloading the fucking Mario Pissing HD Remaster Collection.
I think I have to quit Discord. Or not quit it, but just close the window.
Tails walk funny.
Haha, Tails walked funny.
Oh,
it's pretty in Faye, so it's okay. Yeah, Shan's good.
Tails walk funny.
I like how I take. You said this one thing, and I'm just taking it and running with it now. Oh poop! I really skronked that one up.
Right in the sponkankus.
I can say though, so you know that one fan game we were playing? What was it called? Sonic Incursion?
Yeah, Sonic
Surprisingly
Incursion.
to me, the movement in this game is less janky than the movement in that game.
Okay, well the issue with Sonic Incursion, right, okay, is that, like, on paper, okay, so if you actually, okay, so everything that happens right, okay, if for a start, Sonic 4 Episode 2 isn't that bad, right? Sonic 4 Episode 2 is decent.
I mean, that's why we've been playing the whole game, as opposed to Sonic 4 Episode 1, which I played for one stream a couple years ago and never touched it again.
Yeah. Sonic Incursion, I think the thing is, like, it's not that it's bad, it's just that, like, it was the first attempt at translating a lot of this stuff over to... It was the first big attempt at redoing a lot of this in Unreal. And then also on top of that, like, I think as well the level design makes it feel worse than it is.
I struggle with it so much.
Yeah, that's a problem with a lot of Unreal games, is they have, like, okay, continue multiplayer, let's go to Death Egg Mark 2 Zone. Act fuck.
Did we get an extra life?
Act.
Just now?
That's an excerpt from my adult Undertale parody. Oh my god, I'm Sonkle, the Hedgehonkle.
Being miles per hour.
Oh yeah, it's time for the level that makes people ill.
This level makes me ill and angry. It's like Horus.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool.
Whoa.
Sonic hasn't had fairies in it since, like, their Mario Party clone made by the Mario Party devs.
Isn't that the one with the cheating AI? Where they know your cards, but you don't know their cards.
I'm pretty sure that, like... maybe?
So they can always pick the cards that benefit them because they know them, and you can never do that because you don't know them.
Yeah, sounds about right. We should get...
I remember I had to explain that to you one time because you're like, what do you mean they cheat? Like, I don't think it was that bad. And I was like, no, it's because, like, they know game-breaking information that you don't have access to.
Oh, so it's like Gen 1 Pokemon. Okay, so you can fly, so go punch...
Except for in Pokemon, it's like to your benefit. Because they, like, are not very smart. So, like, they will only... Like, there's a couple Pokemon where they'll, like... Or because they always will prioritize picking a move that's super effective against you. Even if it's not a move that does damage. So there's a couple Pokemon that you can, like, you can just win because they will never pick... And also they don't run out of power points in that game. So... Like, so they'll, like, pick a non-damaging move because it's super effective against you, but it obviously doesn't do anything. And they will never pick any of the other ones because they're not super effective. And so they'll never damage you because they just infinitely pick the one that doesn't damage you.
Yeah, that's pretty embarrassing.
Also, the game's really loud, so I have it on the lowest possible volume. I'm gonna have to turn this down in OBS and turn you up in Discord. So hold on a second. We can't pause the game, so this is just gonna have to happen. I guess you can just play and I will be dragged along.
1 second,
It'll be fine.
Tails on the head.
Let me turn you up a little bit. And turn my master volume down. Okay, this is better.
And what was I saying? Everybody in chat saying they miss Horus, and yeah, we're gonna get back to Horus at some point. We've been meaning to.
Yeah, it's been like 2 weeks since we played Horus last. That's longer than our gap usually is between Horus streams.
The Horus gap, otherwise known as that the Horap.
Maybe 3 weeks.
You know what really pisses me off about Creepypasta, right?
I don't have a good sense of time, so I don't know how long it's actually been. I end up thinking things have been longer than they actually are. Time goes slower for me than it actually is, I guess.
I think we need to fly at some point.
Oh, which is the opposite of what most people say, where they think like time goes like seems to go by faster for them. For me, it just keeps seeming to go by slower. There we go. Like I always think something's been like happened like weeks ago, and then I find out, oh, that was only like 2 days ago. Maybe not quite that extreme, but like, but basically like that.
Yeah, it basically happened 65 million years ago. What are you gonna do about it?
Wonder if there's anybody else who has that happen.
This final level's kind of just a mess.
You feel like you're several years older and sometimes forget it's not true.
I feel like I'm in my mid-40s at this point, I'm not gonna lie.
Woo! That would be time feeling like it goes faster.
Okay, so there's a way of cheesing this, right? But we're gonna do it legit, because I fucking feel like it.
I want to cheese it. I like cheese. Let me cheese it,
Too bad we're doing it legit.
Let me cheese. I want cheese.
It's too bad we're doing it
I want extra
legit.
cheese. I want my pizza with extra cheese.
It's too bad.
I want my pizza and eat it too. Oh, it's the meme song.
It's not a fucking meme song.
I think of it as a meme song.
Over.
I don't know
Elaine,
how.
you're not gonna win. Call me up. Okay, not in that way. Okay. Okay, we're cheesing it. Don't press anything.
Okay.
I will cheese it for us.
I know that song because I heard it in a Source Filmmaker video. I can't find anymore. Do. You're punching him in the jaw.
No, I'm petting him, Elena.
You're uppercutting him in the jaw.
No, I'm petting him.
Oh,
Stop
is this the cheese?
lying! This is the cheese.
The Cheeto Puffs.
I was about to say the Cheeto Chuffs. That's like the worst thing I've ever almost said in my life.
You gotta cut out all the chuff.
Yeah, well, we cheesed it.
Good. I'm pleased by this.
Rest in peace, Metal Sonic. You deserve better.
that was very anticlimactic, wasn't it? Wow, there's only Act 1 and boss.
Yeah.
Is this it? Is this it? Is this the end of the game?
You can do the DLC episode which you got for free though. That's only single player, but you can do it.
Oh. I think somebody the other day was like, have you played episode Metal of Sonic 4? Is that what it is?
DLC.
Oh, okay.
That's the one where it's the exact same game, and just except everything's like heavy metal remixes.
Well, that sounds kind of boring.
I'm joking.
Oh.
It's the one.
I was believing you.
You are a funny person, aren't you?
Oh.
Okay, so this boss is bullshit, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like a heart.
Yeah, it's the heart of the Death Egg Mark II.
Oh.
That was a Stuck reference?
Is it a JoJo reference?
There's nothing red and blue in JoJo.
Not even my butt?
Your butt isn't in JoJo yet.
It's also not red and blue.
Oh yeah, you can't attack with your tails in this, unlike the classics.
Can't attack with tails?
Bonk it! Well, you can't attack using your spinning tails.
What's on my nose, Elfie?
I think they're talking about the Death Egg Heart thing, maybe.
It's on my nose?
Or the Homestuck or the Homestuck, I don't know.
Wait, how did you get up there? Oh, because you fly.
Oh yeah, honey, you know, it's just the defining trait of the character I'm playing as.
I thought his defining trait was that he had tails.
What the fuck is Poggy Woggy?
It's a general figure of speech. I know, I'm just being silly.
Yeah, when you hit him a number of times, he rearranges the rings. I don't know if it does anything. He just.
I don't know if you've caught on by now, but I'm a bit silly, I think. Sometimes I'm a little bit silly. Wow, the game is just lagging. Is it lagging for you too? Is it just the internet connection being spumbused?
Usually the super sexy 69 spin attack makes you invincible to things, but not the electricity. Yeah, it is a bit laggy. It's a bit laggy.
Okay, good.
Which means when you play the single player DLC, it'll be pretty great.
Ooh, don't squish me and kill me, no!
Could you spawn? Oh, thank God. Oh,
when I spawned, it attacked him. So that was good.
Okay, I need to get ring, because if I die now, I'm fucked. Remember, we have like a pool of lives, and anytime any of us
we have 5 of them,
takes out
or 4 of them.
Wait, I can attack with my tails. Why didn't it work earlier?
Invalid username says, what do you mean, what is Poggy Woggy? It's Poggy Woggy.
If you ever... Okay, invalid username, I'm a mod, I can ban you. If you say Poggy Woggy.
Get that Polywog out my house.
Okay, this has to be... Oh yeah, this is... I think this one's... Wait, that's the wrong team attack. We've got to get on the ground, and then do the super sexy and spin attack.
Gotta get on the ground and get on the floor and walk the dinosaur.
Yeah, he just spins around a bit.
Boy, this is boring.
Yeah, it kind of just isn't great. That's the thing with Sonic for Episode 2, is that it's less actually bad than Episode 1, it's also just really boring.
This is about the least exciting Sonic game I've ever played.
It's just
Look at
Sonic on It's just Sonic on Tylenol. Is that the right thing? Does something help you sleep? Tylenol?
No, Tylenol is pain reliever. Tylenol is a brand of ibuprofen.
You're a brand of ibuprofen.
Oh.
Yeah, you heard me right. Brimble Scramp.
Whoops!
Are you fucking me?
Oh, we have to start over.
I don't... okay, invalid username, I'm gonna say no, just by virtue of the fact that the fan game's at least interesting. I always side with
like I said when I started the stream, the movement in this is less janky. That's about all I can say for it.
That's just because it's not trying to use Unreal Physics to make a Sonic game.
Tylenol is acetaminophen, not ibuprofen. Well, don't listen to me.
Hey, Elena.
Yes.
How do you feel about his final boss music?
It's doesn't really sound like final boss music, does it?
Yeah, it's about 12 seconds.
Shan says, seriously, look how Tails walks.
What about how Tails walks is brimbusing you? He just walks.
He struts.
That's how he's always done it. Since Sonic 2, he struts.
Ibuprofen kills you?
I don't know if that means you have an allergy to ibuprofen, or if you mean
it says literally, I'm deathly allergic.
Oh no, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry about that.
As I mentioned, I've told this story on stream before, but the one piece of medication I know I'm allergic to is allergy medication.
I mean, that's convenient if you don't have any allergies anyway.
We thought I had an allergy to something. That's why my mom gave it to me when I was little, but then I got like bad rashes.
I have no allergies, and there'll be like a thing, right? Okay, where like whenever you get a medical thing done at a hospital, they're like, are you allergic to this? 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 I tend to like the second I walk in, I'm just like, oh yeah, by the way, I'm allergic to nothing and I have no pre-existing health conditions as far as I know. And they're like, oh.
That's what they like to hear.
Yeah, I think the fact that I just tell them. I think it's just the fact that I tell them straight up, just like give them the info. Like even if I had an allergy, if I just told them everything to begin with, it saves them like fucking walking me through everything. I'm like, do you have this? 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 Do you have this?
Oh, Elfie has that too. Says I've broken out in hives and taking anti-allergy medications. Bis is country person with no allergy.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, have you ever heard about that? Like, apparently you get sick less if, like, as a kid you, like, play in the dirt and, like, don't wash your hands.
Well, my house is just 100% dirt, so I guess that works.
Yeah, like, ironically, if you try and keep everything, like, perfectly clean, you get sick more often.
You know what, invalid username? This might surprise you to hear, but it's actually the most annoying piece of fucking shit ever.
It reminds me of, like, a much worse version of that circular boss in Sonic Colors. Remember that one?
I think this game was rushed out towards the end. There's like this I think they literally,
and that was my
canceled...
least. That was probably like my least favorite boss in Sonic Colors. The least interesting one was the circle one.
They effectively cancelled a trilogy halfway through the development of Episode 2, because there's a sign in this game's files that says, like, yo, to be continued, but it's not.
We died. We died at the same place at the same time as our first time trying to do this. Same place, the same, like, amount of way through the boss battle.
Okay, continue multiplayer. Let's do a second. Oh.
But yeah, the reason why that works, why not having everything completely clean gives you a better immune system, is because, you know, you get exposed to the germs and your body has a chance to become immune to them, to get used to them.
Yeah, basically you level up your bod. Am I right, gamers?
So if you keep your house, like, perfectly clean and, like, keep your child perfectly clean, they'll end up with more allergies and more susceptible to getting sick.
And that's why it's important to munch on decaying corpses at least once a week.
I don't think I would say that. That's not what I was trying to say. I don't know how you made that leap of logic, but no.
I used my brain, honey.
Well, maybe you should do something different next time.
Wow, you're telling me I shouldn't use my brain? Even after I spent all...
This is a Trixie Faye.
Otherwise known as a tray. And that's why people continually put their burgers on me.
Hit him.
Yeah, all the rings I have are just gone.
Oh.
They're gone.
I have one ring.
We share a ring count.
It's bizarre.
Yeah, and not in the cool way. Not in the way with the fucking ghost fighting.
Guiting.
No!
Come on, Sonic, hit it.
You can't hit from the bottom, it's spiky. You have to,
well, you didn't tell me that until now.
Okay, one of us has to get a ring. Do please, do not get... No!
You got
ring,
him.
okay.
No, Sonic, don't step in that. That's the poo-poo water. Electricity, also known as poo-poo water. I don't know why I called it that.
Because we were talking about decaying bodies and decaying bodies.
I wasn't talking about those.
No, we were.
I was not. It was only you.
I'm pretty sure we were.
Back me up here, chat.
Back me up, chat.
Beam me up, Scotty. Back me up, chat.
You know what? Actually, that's a good point, Shan. Did you know that the credits music of Sonic 2, which plays when Tails saves Sonic, is actually just a Japanese love song, but a chiptune remix? Like, they have to pay for the rights every time they use it and everything.
Whenever you tell this story, I've ended up associating it with Luigi's Mansion 3, because the first time you told me this story, I was playing that.
Oh god, I fucking hate that game. It's not fair, because the game didn't ruin the remake of Luigi's Mansion. Nintendo ruined the remake of Luigi's Mansion in order to sell Luigi's Mansion 3.
Yeah, Luigi's cool in Luigi's Mansion 3.
I wouldn't go that far.
Luigi's fun. I like Luigi. Luigi is my best friend.
Well, I'm divorcing you then.
Luigi and I go to the movies together.
Okay, this should be 8 hits. We're 2 hits in. I'm gonna try and just okay. Just you try and focus on not getting
Portmanteau, 2 hits.
Tits.
Thank you. Thanks, Bis. This is what I have you on stream for.
I don't hate Luigi's Mansion for the game. I hate the fact that like they ruined the Luigi's Mansion original remake on 3DS just so that they could introduce Luigi to the public earlier, so they could sell Luigi's Mansion free. 3 hits in. Oh, well, you're doing a count reference. Oh, he's called a count because he counts. I just got it.
Just now? I guess you had to get it at some point.
I'm not an American. This isn't part of my culture. Oh.
Oh,
you know, we're not going to get a cutscene when we beat this, I don't think. Because we haven't got any of the other cutscenes because they aren't showing online. So we could probably just pretend we had done it, to be honest. We could just pretend.
We can pretend that we're dead.
We could pretend that we're in bed. Oh. Okay. Invalid username, right?
You're in for it now. You're gonna get the rant now. Strap in.
So imagine, right, okay. You're a person who's playing Luigi's Mansion for the first time, right? You boot up the game. Yeah. Okay. So, don't want interruptions in this. I need my space to say this, right? I don't care if you remember a VineSource meme. I'm finishing this. Okay. So basically, right, okay. You start Luigi's Mansion, right? Luigi goes to a mansion. You're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. And there's some ghosts. And you're like, oh yeah, it's spooky. Oh! And you manage to get a key and you enter the other room and you get the cutscene where Luigi gets attacked by ghosts and Egad saves you, right? Okay? It's all fine, right? Egad takes you back to his lab. He gives you exposition, a big chunk of exposition. He establishes your motivation because Mario's in there. And you go find him and whatever, right? Okay. He establishes the tools you need to beat the ghosts. He gives you a tutorial. He explains where the ghosts go when you catch them, right? He forces you. So, like, we've already gone through a tutorial, a load of exposition, explanations, establishing the story, establishing the tone, establishing the mood. The entire segment you've just played before this point is all there to establish the mood of the game as being like a light horror, right? Okay? Because that's what Luigi's Mansion 1 is, a light horror. So you're just done with you. So Egad has set you up with some equipment. He's given you motivation. He's given you a tutorial. You have everything you need to go into the mansion and start playing Luigi's fucking mansion proper, right? And you know what happens? You wanna know what fucking happens? The game pauses just as you're about to go back into the mansion. At the point where the game really needs to get going because it's already pacing-wise bogged down a bit, but it had to for reasons, right? Okay, it stops. And then future Egad, who's written differently than current Egad, because the series becomes a comedy later on, calls you on fucking Skype from the future, where you see him in the future laboratory, which is in a different fucking art style. And when he's talking to you, it plays Luigi's ringtone theme from like the second game, which in its own game is like a diegetic in-universe sound effect, but in this is like the background music. But it still sounds like it's coming out of a mobile phone, even though it's just background music. He calls up as like, oh, I'm written like Professor Hubert Farnsworth now. It's a comedy series now. Good news, everyone. I made a Luigi out of snot for no fucking reason. I could experiment with him and test it, but I'm a lazy piece of fucking shit. I'm gonna send him back in time so that you can test him for me. Which, number one, it ruins the mood. Because this is supposed to be a story about Luigi looking for Mario in a haunted mansion. But suddenly it's like, yeah, I'm this character from the future here to confirm this is a long franchise. And that everything's fine. There's no tension anymore. Because we've just established everything's fine in the future. Because I'm fucking there. And that the events of this game are so trivial that I'm going to send a fucking snot Luigi back in time to test it. Because I don't give a fucking shit. And I'm going to ruin the tone right when the pacing needs to get moving. And just diffuse all the fucking, like the genre of the entire game. And the story and everything. And the entire reason it's there is that Nintendo wanted to have like a little Luigi extra mechanic feature thing, right? You know, for like co-op, right? But they couldn't just make its own mode. They couldn't make it separate because Nintendo doesn't want options. It doesn't want to respect.
They gotta make sure you know about it.
Yeah, and the thing is, Nintendo doesn't know why anybody likes any of their games. They like
get those
Nintendo,
rings, Biss. There you go.
Like the dev teams that originally made Luigi's Mansion might understand it, but Nintendo the business doesn't. So a load of suits probably end up causing this. And it just ruins the fucking game. It's just such a brazen piece of disrespect to a fucking classic to fucking do this to it. And it's like it's the most Nintendo thing I've ever seen, because it's just a fundamental lack of respect for like their own back catalogue. And the fact that like at the end of the day, here's the thing, okay, is that people are all like, oh, Nintendo's great because they view themselves as a toy maker, so they only care about fun. Viewing yourself as a toy maker means that you don't view yourself as an art maker, and it means shit like this can happen.
They should focus on the toy maker thing when they're doing Labo. Then that's fine.
They should focus on the toy maker thing in any context where it doesn't make them do something terrible and awful and terrible. And
also,
awful and
so
terrible.
Shane had a question. Says, if I want to play Luigi's Mansion 3, should I play the second one first? My answer to that is that all three are like they're all pretty different. They all have kind of their own things going on, and in my opinion, well, considering I played them out of order. I think you can play them in any order, and it's fine because they each have like they're all pretty unique. And this like there is some.
Spawn!
Oh, sorry. I was waiting for you to do this, but I didn't realize you couldn't yet. But yeah, so that was the last hit. Good. But yeah, so I played it, the second one, the first one, and then the third one, and there's continuity between them, but it's not like too big of a deal. You can just play them in any order. And we're done.
It doesn't give you the ending cutscene, does it?
No, this is it's just the usual continue multiplayer or exit multiplayer.
I fucking hate this game. This playthrough I've done with you has made me hate this game way fucking more. It doesn't even let you enjoy the story when you're on fucking co-op, which is like supposed to be the big selling point of this game. Is it's a co-op Sonic game. Fuck Sonic for episode 2, it's banned. Okay, honey. At least now you got episode Metal, which is better than this shit.
But yeah, all three Luigi's Mansion games are pretty unique in my opinion. They're all good for different reasons.
I'll have some good food, Elfie Faye.
I think some people didn't like the second one as much because at the time, you know, it was the only other Luigi's Mansion game there was, and it changed up the formula so much. But then in the third one, they went back to a lot of the original formula of it, and people like that. So I guess so, and now it's just sort of like you have three different games that offer different things. So I like that.
I'm gonna recommend the original. Okay, if you have a GameCube, play the first one. I think like his thing, okay, is that like the other games are good in their own right, but the first one is like an anomaly because it's a Mario Universe game that has atmosphere, which never happens. Basically, it's illegal to have a Mario game have atmosphere.
My favorite parts of the second one were the parts that had the most atmosphere. I think, like the ice underground one. I have a lot of memories of, and the clockwork one. I only remember the name of the clockwork one because of that meme.
I like duck, you know, gaming laddies. You know the old clockworks from Luigi's Mansion 2 owned by Scrot McDick? Why, laddies? 'Cause money. Oh fuck! But yeah,
Saul says we should play more fan games.
Luigi's
like
Mansion
a various
2,
series.
Luigi's Mansion 2 has my favorite story structure, which is just you have a main character you play as and a mission control.
I unlocked new combos.
That's just the stuff we've been doing all game.
Oh, lock-on system engaged. Hidden episode starring Metal Sonic has been unlocked.
Sean's just like,
Not that one, Saul.
Okay, Elena, when you're on the world map, just go left for episode Metal.
No, it just popped me into it automatically.
Fuck. It just rammed you in there.
A long time has passed.
They got lazy and used a render of this level from Sonic Generations, and as a result, in this game's opinion, the bad ending of Sonic CD is canon. Your 1%
Let's see, what was I
run
gonna
is
say?
fucking meaningless.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I think the reason why we mostly play Sonic fan games is just because there's so many of them. There's such a wide variety. I feel like there's not as many fan games from other series, partially because they get like shut down by the companies. Like there's not as many Mario fan games out there anymore because Nintendo deletes them.
I think it's amazing that like after all this time, Nintendo is still the shitty, uncool establishment that stomps on fan games, and Sega, despite being a company, manages to be cool and alternative by not doing that.
Oh, there's like a whole like fancy world map we didn't get to see.
Oh yeah. Well, this is the world map.
It's going to tell me every single darn stage. I've unlocked all. I can play all the stages, and it's going to tell me each and every single one of them. Keep in mind, you can't play this until you beat the game, right? So there would never be a time when you could come here and only play a few of the stages.
I don't think you understand. This is showing you the levels you've unlocked in both Episode Metal and also the main game.
Okay.
So you go to the left. The left is Episode Metal. No, don't click on Sylvania Castle. No.
Okay.
Oh yeah, please.
I didn't know what you meant by go to the left.
I meant go to the left. Go to the fucking left.
I thought you meant go to the left to access this mode, and then I was like, oh well, that already put me in this mode. Why does Eggman look so crusty?
Because the art style of this sub-series.
Why have we gone back to like Sonic 4 Episode 1 style, where it's all just pre-rendered?
Because
and not 3D models.
Because guess what this DLC is?
What?
It's content reusage, baby, but with a story.
What, did they intend this to be in the first episode?
This, yes, is a parallel story to the first episode.
Oh god, look, now you get... So if anybody hasn't seen what Sonic the Hedgehog 4 Episode 1 looks like, this is what it looks like. And it's one of the reasons I stopped playing it was because I hated looking at it.
Reminder that Sonic 4's original working title was just Sonic's HD Adventure.
God, it's so ugly. Crusty egg.
This is just... Oh my god, I just realized, okay, right. Like, this is like a less interesting version of what a Sonic game by Scott Cawthorne would look like.
The pre-render. It makes me think of Speedy Egbert. Actually, specifically what it makes me think of is this game that I have used to play called Super Cow. Had basically exactly this art style, but looked more appealing.
Okay, so the physics in this aren't necessarily bad. Metal Sonic is made slippery because he's kind of the Luigi of this series. But like, it's
does this have the physics of Sonic 4 Episode 1 too?
No. They
fixed that.
Yeah. So what's the interesting
okay? So
thing
I think I will hate this less. Like, it's ugly, but if it plays well, then it's less offensive to me.
Yeah. So what's interesting is
I can take ugly, or I can take it not playing well. I can't take both. Actually, I take that back. I think if it doesn't play well, I won't even excuse if it's nice looking.
In the Sonic movie, okay, so what you gotta remember is Eggman is not actually called Eggman, even in the game canon. That's an alias. His real name is Ivo Robotnik.
It's Ivo Egg Robotnik. Oops.
So like, I knew you were gonna get squished.
Also,
yeah, Eggman's like
I'm gonna be going to see the Sonic movie, which Bis wasn't happy about, but I'm like, it's just gonna be like a fun thing. Like, there's not a lot of things that my sister likes to do with me, but this is something she wanted to do with me, so I'm gonna take the opportunity.
Oh, I see. So your sister means more to you than Sonic. I see how it is. It's not Ovo Robotnik.
Poop. I don't like getting squashed. Insta-kills are never something I'm a big fan of. Especially on level 1.
what about that one 3DS game that doesn't look or play good, the one with the 4-bit sprites? Wait, is this a Sonic game?
No, remember we were talking about it on our previous stream, and Ash was losing his mind about it?
Oh, no!
Dodge Force?
No, I don't think you mean 4-bit sprites. I think you mean 4 pixel sprites. Like 4, like if I, okay, so basically.
No, I didn't even know that Crusher was coming.
When people say 4-bit, right? Okay, they mean that the pixels have 4-bit color depth. That game, every character only has 2 colors, so it's 1-bit color depth.
I was gonna say, isn't it like a 1-bit game?
Well, I mean, it's not a 1-bit game because that implied the entire game was just black and white. I think. I don't know. It's complicated. The definition
doesn't have to be black and white, but
like, okay, Elena, name your favorite piece of 8-bit music.
Chunky Chingus and the Spungy Bringus.
No, just please actually answer my question.
I answered that because I don't know. I thought that would be funnier than just saying I don't know.
Just name one that you're aware of.
Kirby's Adventure?
No. NES music
Kirby
is
Adventure?
actually 4-bit.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing, though, is that, like, the bit thing doesn't really mean anything. I think people need to just start saying console generations instead.
And there was a bit on Angry Video Game Nerd, I remember, he's like... where he was like, Mom, we gotta get the new Nintendo console, it's 16-bit! It's like, well, what's a bit? I don't know. It's got 16 of them, though.
Oh, yeah. Like I know that, Alfie. It's just the thing is, like, then people will say things like 8-bit music and 8-bit sprites quite often when that doesn't mean anything on its own.
When they mean like chiptune or just retro.
Yeah, because people say that consoles are 8-bit based on like
that was a big thing for a while. Remember, any retro style game with pixel art would be tagged as like 8-bit, or like the people making it would like advertise it as 8-bit.
I'd say that Sonic 4 is a 2-bit idea.
But yeah, like when I learned that like modern operating systems are 64-bit, that's when I realized that maybe there was like something different going on here than people were trying to imply. So I was like, well, my computer's a lot more powerful than a Nintendo 64, and it's also 64-bit. So.
Oh, could you imagine if every computer and every console was just a box? They had a number of bits in it, and just a number of bits made it there. Each bit is just like one little magic rock or something. Also, honey, can you do me a favor?
What?
When you see a big load of pistons that you have to get past very quickly, right? It might. Oh god. Like, it might be a guy to wait until they come down and wait until they've just come down.
But there's this other platform I have to contend with.
And then, okay, you can also use the air dash to just get quick startup speed.
The what?
The air dash.
I don't know what that is.
It's where you homing attack with nothing to home.
Oh, the double jump.
It's not a fuck. We've been through this 2 streams in a row. It's not a double jump because
I know, that's why I brought it up, because oh yeah, the thing that uses a double jump.
It's not a fucking double jump! It's not a fucking double jump.
I think at this point, by the way, most of the Sonic games I've ever played, I've played on stream. Like, I've played more Sonic games on stream than I've played by myself at this point. So streaming made me into a Sonic gamer.
There's a reason for that, isn't there?
Player. What do you mean?
I'm...
Oh. Because it's what my audience wants to see. I think... No, not that again! No! This attempt at this level went, I think, 100% exactly the same as my first time through.
Elena, you have nobody to blame but yourself there. You saw an extended piston, and you jumped directly where it was going to come down. No, because
both times I didn't realize that it was a piston. I thought I didn't even notice. I guess it just blended in with the background. It only dawned on me as it was about to come down that, wait, this is where I was last time. This is where I died.
Honey, you're funny.
Yes. You're funny. I'm glad we're all entertained at my expense on this stream.
Oh my god. Okay, you know invalid username in SRB2, right? Okay. The one fan game that was made in the Doom engine and has been in development for 20 fucking years. They basically have like the Sonic Adventures homing attack, but without the ability to home. Like it's just always the non-home version, right? You know what they fucking call it in game?
Pooping?
No. Okay, because it uses the Sonic Adventure sound effect, they just call it an onomatopoeia, and in-game it's just called the thock.
That's one letter off from being something different.
Yeah, because if you homing attack in Sonic Adventure, jump and homing attack, it's like, fuck!
That just sounded like the F word.
Could you imagine?
Imagine if they called it that.
T-H-O-K. Thock.
Yeah, that's why I said it's one letter off from being something different, if you ended it with a T instead.
I'm your thock. Which is to say I careen into you at high speed and burst you open and a small animal flies out.
And then it goes...
Okay, I'm joking.
Whether it's a cat or not.
I love that's the thing you gravitate towards.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember from Sonic Adventure consistently.
Well, that's Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure
That's what I mean.
Didn't have a meow at all.
Yeah, and I was disappointed. I remember being disappointed about that now.
You know what? I've been looking into Sonic Adventure modding.
I forget you get stuck on the wall. I was... There's a wall. I tried so hard.
Hey, Jonas, something... Jonas... Oh yeah, it's SRB2, Sonic Robo Blast 2. But yeah, Elena, do you want
almost as long, or Black Mesa was in development almost that long.
I have some good news for you, Elena.
What?
So, okay, so you want to know why this is difficult?
There we go. Why?
This is based on the last level of Sonic 4 Episode 1.
Oh, I never played that far. Obviously, well, only played like a couple stages in it and gave up.
Yeah, you see, basically, it's weird, right, okay, because, like, okay, so here's the thing, right, okay, is that Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2 use different formats for the storing terrain geometry.
Mm-hmm.
But for some reason, they still base the level design in this off of the stuff from Episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they went out their way to recreate a segment from the hardest level in Episode 1, and then use it as the first level of their prequel DLC.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So what is this? So this is just using the visuals from Episode 1, but then using the engine from Episode 2?
Yeah, but they're choosing to use the level design from Episode 1, even though they don't have to.
Okay.
Oh, Elena remembered the piston, thank god. Healthy Faye in chat, like, remember the piston.
Remember the Alamo, remember the piston. Oh, it killed me!
The Alamo?
Yeah, the Alamo.
The fucking Alamo?
Wow, that was beautiful.
That's I don't even know what the Alamo is, I just know its cultural significance. I never expected that reference on an Elena stream.
It's because we learned about that in school. Oh gosh, dang it.
I learned about you in school, and they were like, Elena's smelly.
I'm small?
No, I said smelly.
Smelly?
I mean, that's just what
I prefer to be
says.
small. Elfie says buries her face in her hands.
Oh, sorry, Elfie. Elfie getting spunbust in chat is... Let's be real.
Because I don't understand how to play video games.
I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Elfie gets spunbust for a lot of reasons. I think it's that, and then also sometimes, like... Just I don't know.
You seem to think my experience with video games is very interesting and/or unique.
Yeah. You are kind of the Carl Pilkington of video games.
What do you mean by that? Well, I know about him. So what do you? What is?
It's like okay. Here's the thing, right? Okay, is that like I feel like you have this weird situation where like things that are incredibly easy for most people are incredibly difficult for you. But then also occasionally things that should be incredibly difficult, you just do with no effort.
Oh, like the final boss of Sonic Adventure 2?
Yeah, you're just this weird anomaly woman. And then you come out with nonsense like, I don't know the movesets of like every character in Smash except for 3. And I thought that all the counters in Smash were just a pose to fill a slot. Because they couldn't think of an attack.
Or didn't think that all of them needed the same amount. Like, I didn't think they, like, forgot or something, or couldn't think of something. It was just like, this character's done, we don't need to give them another move.
Fuck. See, you're the Carl Pilkington, which is great. But unfortunately, that implies that I'm the Ricky Gervais, and that's kind of upsetting. Because Ricky Gervais is fucking slime.
The quote from Carl Pilkington that I remember, because it's one that Vinny referenced quite a few times, but it was just, but it also amuses me, it was just, he says his skull fell off. It's like, what do you mean his skull fell off? Just fell off.
It can't fall off, it's at the center.
His skull fell off.
Oh my god, I'm sure. I once saw somebody whose skull was showing.
Oh no. In real life?
And they weren't injured. Yeah, in real life. And the thing was, it wasn't even bleeding or anything, it was just like, they had...
Was it an old injury?
Yeah, they just had an exposed skull and it was gross, and I had to try my best not to look. Because I don't know, it's morbid curiosity.
I think it was something like, yeah, he was just talking on the phone and then his skull fell off.
Oh my god, what if I told you that there's a series on Netflix, a sci-fi series, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And there is an episode where and this is a serious series that's trying to say some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in one episode, the crew contract a space virus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which gives you very few symptoms for the first few hours, and then your nervous system falls out.
Oh yeah, you told me about this on
your
stream.
Your whole ass nervous system falls on the fucking
Remember,
floor.
and then I explained about the Star Trek episode we just watched that was kind of similar.
Yeah, and then oh my god, I gotta mention as well. It gets even. Don't hate when it has spikes out. Wait, it gets even better.
I know,
right?
but
okay.
it's so hard to time it.
Do you know how they cure the disease?
Oh my god. Also, Shan says, sometimes when you watch me, you think, how can I do that so easily? And other times it's the opposite. Why is it so hard for you?
Elena, I want you to guess how they cure the illness that causes their nervous system to fall out.
I don't remember.
Okay, so there's something that the disease is allergic to, right?
Hmm.
It is allergic to gamma rays.
Oh yeah, that's why it reminded me of the Star Trek episode, because the thing that they had was allergic to light, basically.
Okay, so for people who aren't in the know, gamma rays are very powerful radiation that harm all life.
That turn people into the Hulk.
No. It harms everything. Gamma rays are just bad news. If you're exposed to any amount of them, it's bad for you. It's just a horrible carcinogen. Don't go near any gamma rays ever, right? Okay? But
Dr.
this disease,
Banner,
it's
captured by
kryptonite.
gamma rays, turned into the Hulk.
Never mention Marvel ever again. Anyway. So basically, like, oh wow, this disease is allergic to the thing that kills everything. So what we're gonna do, right? Okay, is to cure themselves, they go near a really big radioactive star, right, and open the window and just let themselves be shone with gamma rays, so it kills the disease. They just stab
everyone as well.
No, they all live. They're fine. They seem a bit tired afterwards. Like, it takes it out of them. Like, they're on the floor like, whoa, ooh, that was a bit harsh. They've just been roasted by unfiltered
This
sunlight.
kills the disease, and also the crew. And probably the ship, too.
I know, right?
Bis, I died.
Awful. I know you did.
Well, you didn't react, so I wasn't sure.
Hey, 1 second, I'm just gonna put some coal on my fucking Beast of Burden fireplace that I fucking hate.
Okay.
Ban fireplaces. Also, Oh yeah, Arrow's
also, it
right.
sterilized them, Arrow says.
It did canonically sterilize them.
Everyone?
So it like killed their sperm and eggs, just none of the rest of them. The rest of their cells were fine. The sun just felt
This is why they call it science fiction.
It's not science fiction, honey. It's science fucking bullshit.
Isn't that what fiction is?
No, it isn't, because science fiction implies a speculative nature. I guess you could call it science fantasy, but at that point it's less fancy and more just like science surreal. Yeah, it makes zero sense.
Their cells are like, did you feel something?
I'll keep joking.
I guess the Star Trek episode was more reasonable then, because all they needed to kill the things was light. And all they had to worry about was, like, blinding people. Science fallacy. There you go. So how about this level design, huh? What's the deal with level design? It's like you're designing a level. Why are fantasy viruses so stupid? It's a good question. Woo! And away we go. Because it's harder to tell a story with realistic illnesses. Oh god. Oh no! Because with a realistic illness, of course, your nervous system doesn't fall out. Why is it gotta be the nervous system? Why couldn't they pick like the lymph system? What if your lymph system falls out? The lymph system is the system that everyone always seems to forget about, or like not know about to begin with. It's like the extra one. And then just be boring. We need the nervous system to fall out. The nervous system has gotta come out. The nervous system is out. We gotta get. I go into what? Why do I hit it every time? I can't believe I. There we go. And the pendulum swings the other way. Oh. There we go. Going up. Well, I don't have a whole lot left.
Give me the
You're just in time for me to game over. Just in time to see my latest game over. Why is there so much infinite death traps? I think you mean instant death traps? Infinite death? You know, you hit those and you can't play the game ever again. That's an idea I've had before. Is like, what if there was a game where like somehow like if you get killed in it, you are never allowed to play that game again. So it's like as if you like actually died.
Oh my god, honey. Now I'm just thinking of that one Sonic fan game, right? Mm-hmm. Where it monitors your browser if you're playing. And if you Google to find cheats for the game, right? Mm-hmm. While you're playing it, basically there's like a database somewhere of the IP of everybody who's ever played that game. And you can get blacklisted from the game. And basically, when it's blacklisted, you can play, except the entire game is full of horrible, disgusting, hideous demons that insta-kill you whenever you try and play.
Also, Shan, it was from the original series. Let me get you a picture of these creatures. Let's
get a picture of these creatures. Wait, I don't know what we're even talking about. I was gone.
Star Trek, like blob creatures. Oh, here they are. So here's here's what the creatures in that episode looked like. The ones that they figured out are killed by light. Apparently the effects artists made these by buying fake vomit and like melting it, and it produced these. And those are the creatures.
I was about to say it looked like vomit.
Yep. Well, that's what they are. Oh, goodness. They're called the neural parasites, if you want to look those up.
The narasites.
Anyway, we continue.
A day to stream horror to the way.
Yeah. I think anytime you want is fine by me. I leave it up to you to schedule those things, because your schedule is the one that you have more of a schedule than I do, basically.
Wish I fucking didn't. Oh god, it's gonna be much harder to find time to stream when I'm back at work. We'd better be ready for that.
Is that gonna be soon, you think?
I fucking hope so. I'd like some money.
Yeah, I hope that's soon too. Wait, who?
Excuse me? Cassie, why are you fucking baby bombing our Sonic 4 playthrough? Cassie!
We've got a cameo appearance on the stream now.
Cassie, now you gotta be in the thumbnail. It's gonna take Elena a couple seconds to add you in.
It doesn't take any time at all, actually.
It's gonna take a couple seconds.
I'll just...
No!
I think what I'll do for the thumbnail for this is I'll just like hide Cassie in the background. Like, just like, to like say that she's got a cameo appearance.
No!
I want that?
No.
Right.
I told you we should go and swap back to our own DMs, Elena. I told you, I warned you.
As if this is some kind of issue.
It definitely is. This is disrespecting our playthrough.
I'm glad I've seen the original series. Oh yeah, I've watched it. I've watched every single episode of it actually, and we're watching through it again with my sister.
What's your favorite ship?
My favorite what?
Your favorite Star Trek ship?
The Enterprise?
I knew you'd fucking do it. I knew you'd fucking do it.
I'm gonna go get a popsicle. Bye!
Okay, Cassie. Our Cassie guest appearance.
I knew you'd fucking say
wow, I didn't hit the spikes that time. That's a first. But which Enterprise is the question? There's various ones of them. I like the Enterprise that can like split into two. I remember hearing about how like that was like their big gimmick for Star Trek Next Generation, was that the Enterprise could like, the front half of it could detach. And that was going to be like the big thing, but then like the writers couldn't figure out anything interesting to do with that, so they only ended up doing it like twice in the whole show. And they did it in the movie.
And
that was it.
With spikes on the ceiling.
Wow, that was it. That was the end of the stage, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Was that Mastodon going off? Oh, that must have been what you thought when we had the when Cassie joined the call. Chaos Emeralds? Yay, you lived! Colonel, I've managed to avoid dying. Wait, that shouldn't be in Snake's voice. It was Raiden's voice. I don't remember Raiden's voice though. Colonel, I managed to avoid dying.
Yo, what's up? I'm back.
Where'd you go?
Oh, I was just opening my fire door. Anyway,
oh, okay.
what happened?
I said, Colonel, we managed to avoid dying.
Oh, fuck. Oh, I love Raiden.
Except for first I did it in Snake's voice and realized, oh wait, Raiden doesn't sound like that. But then I realized I don't remember what Raiden sounds like.
Can I ask you a question, Elena?
What?
Would you pet Raiden's little head?
I guess so.
Good, I'm glad we're on the same page for once.
You and Shan still want me to play the game with Raiden in it, huh?
Yeah. Raiden's the best fucking Metal Gear.
Wait, he is the Metal Gear? I guess I was not understanding Metal Gear lore here properly.
You climb into he bum and he robot.
Rising. Elfie.
Rising, yeah. I know the stories of all the Metal Gear Solids. I just haven't played them. I've only ever played Rising.
I watched Vinesauce play through Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, or Metal Gear Solid. I mean, doesn't look like a game I'd want to play, but I enjoyed watching it.
I would love
it's one of those games where watching it was fine, but I don't think I'd want to play it.
I'd love it if they just rebooted the series as Metal Gear Hard.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, that's pretty much all of the RPGs that Vinny plays are like not anything I would want to play, but I enjoy getting to like see the stories and everything in them. So I'm glad that I've got somebody I can just watch play them.
Metal Gear Cassie.
Yeah, how come they didn't have a gas snake? Instead they had Solidus.
Because he's supposed to be halfway between, because Solid Snake is only recessive genes, Liquid is only dominant genes, and Solidus is the perfect mix.
Is the Switch?
Excuse me? Oh.
What?
Oh, you're using fuck terms.
Cassie Snake.
I'm gonna fucking kill you.
No, I'm dying, Squirtle!
I want to see Plasma Snake. Condensate Snake.
Meow 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 meow. Look at this movement. Do you see what the game is like right now?
What movement?
This is just how it is. You just have to do that to stay on.
You mean on the ball? On the rock?
Yeah. Do you know?
Yeah, that's the idea.
He's just wigging out.
That's the point. It's supposed to look silly.
Metal Sonic walk, Shan says.
Shan is just...
He walk.
When you make messages like that, I just feel compelled to read them like that.
Wasn't where Shan was the walk judge, otherwise known as the wood. Oh shit, look. He's got a ball.
He's gone bald.
He's gonna suck the ball.
He's gonna go bald.
No.
Just bald.
He's a robot, he's already bald. Robots don't have hair.
This one usually does.
No, he fucking doesn't.
Oh, you're right. I did a quick Google search. I searched Metal Sonic with hair, and nothing comes up.
Did you actually think Metal Sonic had hair?
I was gonna see. Well, somebody must have drawn that, right? However, I did find this, which I want to share with you all. This piece of artwork. I thought you all should see.
Oh, look at that cutie! Okay, any votes? Would you pet? Yes or no? Y for yes, N for no.
Well, then you don't know what anybody's answering.
Can't you do a poll on your chat thing somehow?
Yeah, I did that the other day. Oh no, not the pinball. This is where I stopped playing Sonic 4 Episode 1 was on the casino stage.
Hell yeah, chat knows what's fucking up.
Elfie says OMG. Wow, look at this. It's a trap to prevent you from going forward.
Pinball is a trap.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Brimble.
Ooh. Reminds me of that picture I saw the other day. You should respect them. Remember?
What?
Don't remember? Go fast!
I straight up do not know what the fuck you're talking about.
Well, I don't know how to get out of here. Go fast.
Okay,
go fast enough.
So in this game, you also, when you're rolling, you still have to hold left or right the direction you're going. It's kind of silly.
I'm doing that.
What the fuck is up?
See? I always do that. I didn't know you could let go and have it still keep going.
The other games you could.
He doesn't gain speed doing this. You sort of like slowly lose speed. You see
well,
that?
when you're going uphill, obviously you lose speed. But yeah, you can't get infinite momentum out of a half pipe. But it doesn't help to, like, the thing is that you come off the wall at the opening.
Oh yeah. What am I supposed to do here?
I have no fucking clue.
There's an arrow pointing me that way. Arrow is pointing me that way.
Okay, okay, just try running up it a second.
Just running?
Just try running up it. But like, get a bit of a build up first.
Oh, what the heck? I guess that's how you do it.
You know what? Never mind. I guess this is cash shit.
Oh, there's something I want to know. Something I want to note about the spring. Rather than like compressing like a real spring does, you can tell it's just like an image, and it just compresses the whole image. Do you notice that?
Yeah, it's pretty. It's pretty
I don't think that's how springs work.
It just looks like when the characters flatten in New Super Mario Bros. Wii Kart.
New Super Mario Bros. Wii Kart?
Yeah, Wii Kart.
In this house, we cart.
In your house, they fart. Which one are you gonna pick, huh?
You getting to pick the fart house or the cart house? You only get one. This is a nice shader on this piece of glass, though. Where it, like, warps things.
Oh, I fucking love you, honey.
What?
You're just a fun nerd.
Oh, why?
I just love how, like, I just feel like, oh, it's a really fun shade on the glass.
Well, it is nice.
I mean, it's nice. It's just that it's nice. It's nice to hear you focus on technicals a lot, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice to hear that be positive for once. Rather than you going, the resolution on this fake advertisement for beer in the back of this bar in this Resident Evil game is slightly low resolution.
Or pointing out this silly squishing spring.
Yeah, the squishing spring though is like legit kind of fucking silly. Like, it would have been so easy for them to have done that better.
To just make an animation.
Oh shit, Shan's about to tell us something. We're ready. Bestow upon us your wisdom, Shan.
He go. Alright, well that stage was pretty painless. Other than that one part where I kind of got stuck, but at least I wasn't dying, so...
Have you noticed the interesting thing about... Oh, thank you. It means a lot, Shan. You're great.
Oh, thank you, Shan.
I love having you here.
Shan says you're both great, and I like you. Well, thank you.
Hey, Elena. Have you noticed the issue with the difficulty curve in this DLC?
Is it getting easier as it goes along?
Yeah, because you're in the opposite level order than Sonic was in episode 4.
Really? Oh my god.
Because you start at the evil Eggman base and you work your way back to the happy field.
And they didn't redo the level design?
Yeah, you know what's really fucking weird as well? You keep destroying Eggman robots for no reason.
Well, because I gotta.
No, you're an Eggman robot.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta because I can't get through the stage if I don't. Sometimes they're in places
why are
where
they
I gotta get
attacking
them.
you?
I don't know, they don't know who I am. They think I'm just Sonic.
No, they don't. Do you think anybody could mistake this fucking clown for Sonic?
Well, if you're a robot that doesn't know any better.
Yeah, the rolling in this is just, when you're playing as Metal Sonic, seems to just kind of be fucked. Yeah, it really is. Just fucking stop rolling, Elena. They're fucking broken it.
Oh yeah, instead you just walk and then he go.
I guess maybe the thing is they increased.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Speed.
I was gonna show you the game Super Cow, so you can see what I mean. How it's similar. Just some picture of it. I might like to stream that game at some point, just because I'm nostalgic for it. But I don't know how well or if I'm gonna get any good screenshots of it. But I'll try. Let's see here. See if you see what I mean. Got too many things in here, I can't have any more, I guess. Let me delete some things out of here. Or maybe this image is in the wrong format? Oh, it's a WebP. Yeah, that's not gonna work in OBS. Web. Oh, that's terrible. Let's not do that one. That's terrible quality. Let's go to here. Put it here. Okay, there we go. You see what I mean about the art style? Oh yeah, this is a good screenshot to show.
Yeah, I can kind of see it. Oh god, this game does look fucking disgusting though, Jesus.
I always liked how it looked.
Oh, it's making me want to be ill.
Also, Horace was making me think of it too, because one of the things you do in this game is pick up trash. By like jumping on it. Wait, where did it go? Oh yes, this. I want to show you one more screenshot.
By jumping on you?
No. And don't try it either.
I think I might jump on you.
There you go. Here's how Super Cow looks. That'd be another one that would be fun to play on stream, just because it'd be something I grew up with.
Okay, Elena.
Yes?
I'm not gonna jump on you, right?
Uh-huh.
But I can't promise that I won't at some point be fluttering directly above you and just forget to be in the air.
So fall?
Yeah, and yeah, you could call it falling. That's the way you could describe it, towards you.
The visuals here don't look too bad, actually. On this particular stage. This is probably the nicest looking stage so far. I guess Green Hill Zone lends itself well to this style.
This isn't Green Hill, honey. This is Splash Hill. It's a legally distinct entity that doesn't have to have the music they pay royalties for.
Well, you know what I mean, the Green Hill style.
Oh, God, I fucking hate checkerboard levels. I want them all to die.
Checkerboard levels.
Sonic CD at least had the decency to make it like a triangle pattern. You know what? Okay, so over the last 3 nights, I had 1.5 hours sleep.
Well, look at the animation on those flowers.
And then I had 3.5 hours sleep.
They do a lot of
3.5 hours sleep again.
I was gonna say they do a lot of animations in this that are kind of mostly not animations and are mostly just sort of image transformations.
Yeah.
Which is sort of the quickest and simplest way to do an animation. It's like those memes that people were doing where they'd take the you know, the little transformation tool and just like record it and like move things around the screen.
Oh yeah.
It's exactly that, but you can't see the transformation tool. Also, Elfie says that she thinks that the robots are that stupid. That they would mistake Metal Sonic for Sonic.
So yeah, honey, that's the beginning of the story.
Yeah, most of the graphics in this, they all look like... Oh wait, that's all of episode Metal?
Yeah, that's it.
Oh. So most of it was just the first stage. Most of the time spent on was the first stage. Wow. The other stages just went right by. I don't think I even lost a life. Maybe on the second one I did.
Some games have a difficulty curve. This has a difficulty slope.
It's like it's basically like Kid Icarus. You know, people say Kid Icarus starts out really hard and gets easier as you get your upgrades and everything. The dungeons are kind of confusing throughout, but yeah, otherwise, yes. That's how it is. So I guess that's Sonic 4 Episode 2.
It's Sonic Ball episode.
Sleep.
Disappointed.
Well, I guess I can put that on my backlog, or he is beaten now. Because we beat it. I don't know if I even really beat it, because it feels like you mostly played it.
I mean, you can beat it single player and you'll get the fucking cutscenes. Like, okay, can you do me a favor, right? This doesn't require actually playing any of the game, right? Just load up level 1 so people can see that there's.
No, Cassie's not here anymore, so that was Bis.
Yeah.
Cassie only came here to ask for a popsicle. Sometimes
I sound cute, and then other times I sound really.
I think you always do.
Well, I'm glad you think so. Okay, just boot up level 1 so people can fucking see the cutscene.
Okay. Single player.
Me, Alfie, you're fucking cute as fuck. Get destroyed.
Sylvania Castle Zone.
Seriously, thank you. It means a lot.
Let's get the butt scene.
Butt scene. If I ever have a game of cutscenes, the menu where you watch them will just be called that. Just no
butt scenes.
Yeah, the butt scenes.
You know how on in Kirby Superstar Ultra, there's the menu where you can watch the cutscenes, and there's like Kirby there with like his little like director's thing, like little hat. What if on that scene it's just like a character is just there just twerking? Okay, that was the cutscene.
What if it was you? Okay, remember you were like, wait, why does the level extend so far to the left? That's why. You need room for the cutscene.
So the cutscene actually takes place in the level, huh?
Yeah. And why is it not in the multiplayer? It's just 5 seconds!
The multiplayer was so weird.
Oh, the multiplayer, like this game, like, it's annoying that they did.
You don't even get the end credits or anything.
This is the wild thing. Is the okay? So here's the thing, right? Okay, is the episode 1 is like the most mismanaged project because they start off going, okay, we're just gonna make a basic.
I'm just gonna play through this level just because.
Okay, go ahead. They're like, okay, we'll make a basic as fuck platform.
Yeah, look at how much nicer the graphics are. Like seeing episode 1's graphic style and then episode 2's graphic style right next to each other. You like, it's like night and day.
Yeah.
This is like so beautiful by comparison.
Yeah. So like, okay, we're gonna make this basic platform with a phone, so we're gonna call it HD Adventure, right? Okay, That's fine. And then the marketing department is like, no, this has to be Sonic 4, the most bewaited game in the entire franchise. Yeah, the game people bewaited on to happen. So then, like, people are upset that it's not actually a Sonic 4, and they're upset that the game doesn't play like Sonic. So in Sonic 2, they make it play like Sonic, but then Sonic it's also 4 a boring game, which is rushed towards the end. And in the second game, they decided that suddenly
that's why the final area only has 2 stages.
Yeah.
And one of them is just the boss.
Oh my fucking god! Can I just okay? This is something I'll get to in a second. But okay. And fucking what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say. And then the second game, they're like, okay, the game's now all about co-op. That's the theme of the game, starting from episode 2, is co-op. We're gonna build an online infrastructure and everything. to support the most mediocre co-op experience.
And we're going to keep it running until 2020.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And here's the amazing thing, right? Okay, is how the plot is like. So episode 1 didn't have a plot really. Episode 2, Little Planet has been trapped inside the Death Egg Mark II, right? The ending, which we didn't see because it didn't have cutscenes, right? Okay, is just.
I ain't playing that stage again.
And that's fair. But the ending is just that Sonic and Tails get away, and that's it. They get away off the Death Egg Mark II. But the Death Egg Mark II never explodes or anything. It's just fine. It's fine.
Oh.
And there's an unused to be continued screen that's supposed to play like
this stage has been on my stream so many times at this point.
In episode 3 you'll finally free Little Planet, but then they just cancelled it before this was released. So now economically Little Planet is fucked. It's trapped forever.
Thanks, Sonic Team.
Oh fuck. Thank you, Sonic Screen.
And now they are no more.
I think, yeah, Sonic's team doesn't exist anymore, I don't think.
Yep.
Which is a shame, because they did stuff other than Sonic as well.
Do you ever think about how,
and Knights.
This reminds me of, there's a thing at Nintendo called the Super Mario Club. Or just Mario Club. And they're the QA testers.
Okay, yeah, from what I'm hearing, Alfie Faye, it isn't or at least from what I've been hearing, it doesn't exist the way it did before, like, there used to be a situation where you'd have developers on Sonic Team, right? You know, you'd have like a specific set of like Sega set aside and put in Sonic Team and whatever.
I like by the way, hold on one second. I like by the way that there's only one red ring per stage in this game. There's just a single red ring to collect.
But yeah, it sounds like now Sonic Team only refers to like it's just a name really. There isn't like a consistent set of developers at multiple.
Sonic Team in name only, for it is neither.
Yeah. Or like at most you could describe it as games made by the official director of the series and the producers and stuff are called Sonic Team games. But like the actual people working on, and from what I hear, it's just dissolved into Sega. I could be wrong though. I could be.
They poured it into Sega and it dissolved. They poured Sonic Team into Sega.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm like kind of happy because there's the thing, right? Because it sounds like Sonic Team were kind of sick of making Sonic games anyway. A lot of the people who worked there were annoyed at the fact they constantly had to work on this franchise. There was a lot of like restless creative energy, and also like, okay, so Forces, right? I fucking hate it. I think it's probably my least favorite Sonic game because it's like, it's kind of the embodiment of everything wrong with the franchise now, which I think is the worst it's ever been. Because like, don't get me wrong, the franchise had missteps before, but they were all at least passionate, interesting, like, enthusiastic, ambitious missteps, right? Sonic Forces is just a nothing, bland, bullshit, nonsense game. It's vapid trash with no heart. And here's the thing is that like I make a lot of excuses for them, like, oh, they didn't have much development time. It was originally gonna be like a Lost World 2, but they had to change gears and make it this and all that stuff. But like they did fucking seminars where they were like, yeah, the design of Sonic Forces is good actually. We made levels where you don't have to think, because we'd think that making people think might turn kids off the game and stuff like that. They literally are like, we made levels.
That's the worst way to do things for kids. Like,
yeah, really
like that's the thing that people complain about is acting or is like treating kids like they're stupid and like don't know anything. You can't be trusted to do any thinking or anything is a big problem.
Yeah, and you know what? I think that there's like, okay, the thing is I'm not against low consequence because I think low consequence is good. Like Kirby is low consequence, but like it's still like if you want to play well, there's still the room to do it. Whereas in Sonic Forces,
makes me think of like that's why people complain about kids games so much, like when they're awful, is because like that's an excuse some people give is like, oh well, it doesn't matter if it's awful because it's just for kids and kids don't know any better. And it's like, well, you can make a good game for kids too. Like they don't deserve just trash. Yeah. Just because they don't know any better. Like, I think somebody was talking about, I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was Chad Tronic or something. They said like at some point companies realized that like they don't have to put effort into things for kids because kids don't know any better yet. And they will treat everything you give them the same, no matter whether effort was put into it or not. And then that has caused everything to degrade.
Actually, Kirby's never gone the no console. Okay, Epic Yarn is not a Kirby game.
Epic Yarn, there was challenge if you're going for 100% completion because you have to drop no beads, which can get hard.
Even then, yeah, there's like still something. Like, okay, here's my thing. Okay, my issue with like Sonic Forces is not that there's a low skill floor. It's just that the skill ceiling is like an inch off the ground. Like, I feel like Generations is a reasonably easy game, to be honest. But like, there's the ability, and Sonic Adventure 2 is an easy game as well for the most part. It's just there's the potential for you to do better.
Some of the challenges in Sonic Generation were really hard.
Yeah, but I mean, you only ever do one challenge from every level, and you could usually just do the ghost race and you'd usually win because the ghost.
Actually, no, there's a lot of challenges. Each level has like a whole bunch of them.
Also, for the record, I just need to make this clear: Epic Yarn is not a Kirby game. It wasn't made by the studio. It's like Star Fox Adventures. It was supposed to be its own IP, but then some Nintendo suit waddled in and was like,
waddled in.
Have you considered making this established franchise we own? Just think about it.
Yeah, they always try and pick an established franchise in order to boost sales. Because they'll have something that people recognize and will want to buy it as a result. Or at least that's the thinking.
That's the reason why you only start getting actual like Kirby references in like the last world of the game. It's just like that's the point where they're like, okay, yeah, we need to actually just tie.
Yeah, the last world of the game is Dream World, but pulled into the Yarn world. Or Dreamland, excuse me. Yeah, Dream World.
Dream World.
Kirby and Dream World.
Also,
Kirby World. Super Kirby
World.
World.
Infected by the power of the sock.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever it was.
Yeah.
I think they only do new IPs when they like can't figure out how to make it be an existing one. Like I think that's how we got Splatoon. Because it was originally they originally made it with Yoshi's. It was originally going to be a Mario game.
Also, I think it helps that like with Splatoon, it was one of Nintendo's central teams.
I see. Yeah, it's the Animal Crossing team.
Yeah, and Nintendo will just like here's the thing, okay? Is like Nintendo's central teams can do what they want, kind of. That's the thing with Nintendo. If you are like Nintendo Gold, if you are like one of the star teams, you just do whatever the fuck you feel like.
Yeah.
If you're
it is internal. Like they don't like it's so internal that they don't even say who it is. They just say Nintendo made it.
I mean, that's like the thing at the end of the day is like, look this way, right? Okay,
like there's different studios, like there's R&D 1 or whatever, like there's those different like sections you hear about, but like you have to like research who made it because they don't say in the credits or anything. They just say Nintendo made it.
I do find one thing, okay, I think my best example is, right, okay, is like they spent years telling the people who make RPGs, no, you need to stop making new characters for your RPGs. No more new characters in your story-based games. And no more new environments, no more new ideas. And then a Nintendo internal team makes Odyssey, and they're just like, yeah, we're in knife and fork, pastel, low poly land. Because if you're in an internal team, you can do what the fuck you want. If you're outside of that, then you're not trusted. Oh, fuck. I hate Nintendo so much.
Yeah, oh yeah, cool. Well, I guess, Epic Yarn was done by Good Feel. So, that's not... It's not Nintendo.
I love that name.
Yeah, the name of the company that did Kirby's Epic Yarn and Yoshi's Woolly World and Yoshi's Crafted World is called Good Feel.
Oh, that's a fucking name and a half.
It's basically perfect for the games that they make.
I don't know.
Because they're all about just being soft.
Feel very good.
I loved that game.
I don't know, it seems kind of, I don't know, Yoshi's Crafted World kind of just feels
I did notice the music wasn't as good as before, but otherwise I liked it. It's because they fired the guy who did the music for Woolly World and Kirby's Epic Yarn.
Was it fired, or were they ill or doing other things? I can't remember.
Pretty sure it was fired.
But
I think there was some sort of disagreement over contract or something like that.
The Yoshi series is interesting because it bounces between having like some of the best music in gaming and just awful fucking trash.
Do you remember how the guy who did the music for Yoshi's Woolly World was like retweeting everyone who was complaining about the music in Yoshi's Crafted World, and was like, "See, you should have kept me because look how the music turned out."
Beautiful.
That was his entire Twitter feed for a while, was just quote retweeting and just retweeting everyone who was complaining about the music in Yoshi's Crafted World.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I could see he was really salty about it. Like, you should have kept me.
1 minute, fucking shit. Or they could have at least got anybody. There's gotta be people who can make good music somewhere.
Yeah, the game basically had one song in it. Like, that was pretty much it. And it was low.
At least it's not as bad as Yoshi's Island DS or Yoshi's
with the butt kazoos.
Yes, with the butt kazoos. Yoshi's New Island is the most fucking insulting Nintendo piece of shit.
I like how we've just turned into a podcast at this point.
Yeah, podcast specifically about how Nintendo sucks. Yoshi's New Island is fucking disgusting. It is the ultimate Nintendo game.
I remember I have a friend who's a big Yoshi fan.
Okay, you just keep going.
I had something I wanted to add here, who complained that the beginning of the story in that game just undoes the end of the story in Yoshi's Island.
Yeah.
It's basically your complaint with Luigi's Mansion.
I'm going to give a fucking spoiler here, right? Okay. So the plot of Yoshi's New Island is... Okay, so basically I'm exploring the entire plot, right? The plot of Yoshi's New Island is, when Mario and Luigi got to their parents, they didn't really... They got to find them again. But then both Mario and Bowser from the future come to the past to try and mess with the timeline. And passive-aggressive fight each other, kind of. And also, the entire game is just Yoshi's Island, but worse. And they had a shitty nonsense gimmick.
I don't know why they decided they had to do it in with 3D models.
Because here's the thing, right? Okay, is that the industry doesn't hire pixel artists anymore. So when they have to do
is it just like how Disney fired all of their 2D animators and they don't have any anymore?
Yeah, so now they have to make ugly movies. That's like the issue. Is just like is they said this.
And Valve fired all of their writers.
Valve just fired everybody. There isn't anybody left. But yeah, basically the entire game is just something you've already played, but worse, with a nonsense gimmick which has no substance. And then it's ugly because it's in 3D, and Yoshi's feet are the size of his entire body for some reason.
They hired pixel artists for Super Mario Maker 2, apparently. Because there's new pixel art in that game.
They did say, though, in an interview, that when they had to make new sprites for Mario Maker, that it was like a thing they had to figure out, because like, oh wow, we don't have anybody who does that anymore, do we?
Great. Yeah, I miss when Nintendo used to do pixel art games. I mean, Alpha Dream had pixel artists, because they kept doing that all the way through the Mario and Luigi series.
Yeah. Mario and Luigi was good, and also for the record, it annoys me that I hate the fact that they made the fucking giant Bowser battles in the remake of Inside Story 3D.
They had enough integrity to just stick to the pixel art for the majority of it, but
Shan says that they liked Star Fox Adventures, and I respect that. I think it's a good game, and I don't mind what it ended up being. It's just that it's a shame it didn't get to be what the developers wanted it to be, is my thing.
Mm-hmm.
What we got is fine, I just wish it had been what it actually wanted to be from the beginning. Yeah.
Alright, well, I gotta get going.
I think the takeaway from all this is just, fuck Nintendo. And also come visit my podcast, the Fuck Nintendo Podcast by
all right, well, everybody. Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. This was a great stream today. I'm gonna have some editing work ahead of me to get the Super Smash Bros. One uploaded, but otherwise, we all good. So yeah, I will see you again on Tuesday. It'll be a big Black Mesa stream. I'm looking forward to that. Nice. It's probably gonna play it. I'm gonna try and play it for 3 hours or so. It's gonna be the one game for the day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's the next one, and yeah. See you then.
See you, everybody. Good night.
Thanks for streaming with me, miss.
That's no problem. I mean, it's a fun time. I'm going to sleep.
Goodbye, everyone.